Hi. This lighting kind of makes me look sunburnt, but that would be accurate because I am sunburnt. So anyways, hi, I'm Justine. Welcome back to my channel. We're back today with another video with Hobbii Yarn. Aren't we excited? I'm excited. So I accepted their Here Comes the Sun challenge, which basically, from how I interpret it, is just like springtime, Easter, sunshine is out. We're embracing the color yellow. If you know me at all, you know I love blue and yellow. It's one of my favorite color combos. So I was like, yes, here we go. Anyways, I'm sure most of you know of Hobbii. They're a great company. They were kind enough to send me the yarn for this project. I haven't even opened it yet, so we get to do that together. But yeah, they have such a wide variety of yarns. So if you go to their website, you can just browse, or you can search for a material that you like to use or whatever. Once you choose a yarn, you scroll down a little bit and they have a whole bunch of resources for patterns for that specific yarn, for customer photos of projects that they've made with that yarn. So it was a really good place to find inspiration. Plus everything that I've ever used from them has been amazing quality, and I'm not just saying that, I promise. I genuinely love their yarn and I'm really excited about what I have here today. And also don't forget to check out their subscription, Hobbii Plus. When you have Hobbii Plus, you have access to so many patterns, so that's like a huge perk. And there's also additional perks to being a member. But I'm too excited, so let's open this yarn. I've been sitting on this yarn for like maybe 2 weeks because I wanted to do this with you, so you're welcome. Oh. Okay, so the yarn that I decided, it's really soft. Okay, so the yarn that I decided to work with is their ribbon yarn. Oh my god, this color is everything for me. It's a curry yellow. This is the yellow, I'm just saying. And then this color is delicate yellow, so it's like, it's kind of washed out, but it's just like a nice light yellow. And then to contrast, we know I had to go with the blue. I got Dusty Petrol. Petrol? I'm embarrassed. I decided to go with this ribbon yarn. It's 100% cotton, foistable, which is super exciting. It recommends a 5 to 6 millimeter sized hook. And it's this really interesting, it's like flat. It's like a shoelace. And I just thought it would be super interesting to work with. And I want to make something that's really sturdy. I haven't decided yet. I'm actually going to go to my Instagram and ask my followers, just the people that are on there, what they think I should make, because I'm torn between two things. I know that I want to do tapestry crochet. That was something that I really want to get back into. And this like heavier duty cotton yarn I think will be so good for tapestry crochet. I just can't decide if I want to do coasters or if I want to make like a fun little bag. I haven't decided yet. We're gonna get there when we get there. But one other thing I got was this. Ooh, it's so cute. Okay, so this is their rainbow bamboo. It's 60% bamboo and 40% cotton. And I got this because in my brain, I was thinking that I might make some of my tapestry crochet like smiley faces, and then I could just like embroider some black accents for like the eyes and the mouth. So yeah, I am going to get back to you and start working on this project once I have spoken with my friends via Instagram and once I decide what I'm gonna do. So I guess I'll see you then whenever I figure that out. Okay, I wish I was still filming because they also sent me this tote bag, and can we just talk about how perfect this is? Thank you, Hobbii. Y'all are so cute. Why is this me? Oh my god. Me with like crochet hooks out of my bun. Anyways, okay, I'll see you later. So I ended up doing a poll on my Instagram. It seemed like people were leaning more towards a purse for this project. Trying to come up with a design has been harder than I thought it would be. I overcomplicated it in my head. And so up to this point, I've probably made 10 different designs. This is an experiment. It might not come out well, which is my biggest fear. I'm gonna make kind of a tote bag. Here is the plan. I'm going to create a little oval as like a base, right? And then from there, I'm gonna start crocheting up in the round with a design of tapestry crochet. Here's the other thing that I encountered on this journey thus far. I realized that I've never tapestry crocheted in the round. I've only ever done it from one end to the other, from one end to the other. You know what I mean? I was gonna do 2 separate panels and then sew it together, but I figured it would be a good challenge for me to at least try. So that's what we're gonna do, hopefully. At first, for my test runs, I was using an 8mm hook. I sized down to a 6.5, and I believe they recommend a 5 to a 6mm hook anyway, so that's more on par with what they recommend, but I'm using 6.5. So I chained 21, and then I'm going to just single crochet down the chain like a normal person. So then when I get to the end of the chains, I'm working in the round, so I'm basically going to, instead of chaining one and turning my work, I'm just going to continue to single crochet in this last stitch. I'm going to do a total of 5 single crochets, I think. And then, see, we've kind of turned our work, just single crochet down the other end of the chain. So I think when I get to the end of this row, I will single crochet 4 in the last thing. Okay, I'm doing 5. So I did 5 single crochets, and then I'm just going to crochet like normal and continue to increase around the bends. I ended up just doing 2 rounds all the way around. On the second round, around the bend, I did 2 single crochets in the 5 single crochets. I don't think that made sense, but I wrote it down below in case you need it. Anyways, here we are. The next thing I'm going to do is do a couple rounds of just back loop only single crochet. The pattern that I created is randomly 27 stitches. I don't know why I picked or how I picked that number. And then miraculously, this whole thing around, I got 54 stitches, which split in half is 27. So I'll be able to just repeat my pattern, my tapestry crochet pattern twice, you know, like for the front and back, and then it'll be perfect. I'll meet back up with you after I've done a couple rows of just plain single crochet so you can see how like the base of the bag is starting to form. Okay, so I have a cute little base here, and I decided before I start my pattern, I'm gonna do just a solid stripe of yellow. So I've switched my colors, and I am going to be attempting, keyword attempting, to use a trick that helps prevent jagged lines in color changes in the round. I'm watching a video by the lovely artist Sandy Marie. I will link it below. It explains how to do this color change, and hopefully I do it correctly. So this is the pattern that I'm gonna do as of right now. It might change as we go. Prefacing this by saying this is in no way, shape, or form a tutorial for tapestry crochet. If you want to learn how to read a chart like that, I recommend just YouTubing, you know, tapestry crochet, because I'm not your girl for that. So I'm just going to get started on the pattern. I forgot to mention that I'm doing this whole thing back loop only. You definitely don't have to do that if you're tapestry crocheting, but I think it's better. Could be very wrong. I have actually no idea what I'm talking about. Anyways, so I'm going to switch my color. There's no blue in this row, so I'm just going to be carrying and switching off between the 2 yellows. And I still have the blue attached on this side because I'll need it again eventually in the next row. And I can just bring it up instead of like cutting it and you know what I mean. So my idea with this pattern is hopefully to make it look like sun rays. Maybe I should have made the bottom yellow, the whole thing yellow, because this would have been like the center of the sun, and then the sun rays coming up. It's fine, it's fine. We're not starting over. But you know what I mean? Like the little pointy things, maybe it'll look like a sun. You know, this challenge is called Here Comes the Sun. So I kind of wanted to use that as inspiration for this design a little bit in kind of a more abstract way. Okay, so this is the first row. Obviously this is only one side, so basically you just have to repeat the pattern. So you start on the bottom right again and continue that until you get to the other side, and then once you join where you started, you move to the second line of the pattern. And I'll check back in a little bit to show you how the pattern is working up. Okay, so I'm doing my best. As you can see, I've made a lot of progress. I've also made a few mistakes, which you can kind of see in the weirdness of especially this one. I don't know where I went wrong, but I'm like one stitch off somewhere in the pattern, so I'm having to like compensate for that. I don't really know. I don't know. That's just what it is. But I think in the end, from far away, it'll be cute. What I will say though is I'm obsessed with this yarn. I love it. No exaggeration. It's just working up so nicely. Kind of cute. It's kind of a vibe. As you can see, I've been inspired. I'm wearing yellow today. Okay, a few things. The pattern's a little wonky. It's also like slightly off-centered. That bothers me a bunch. But it's fine. It's like, it's fine, right? I think it's just because crochet in the round naturally kind of does that. So, I don't know. It's fine, it's pretty cute. After I finished the pattern, I did one round of blue. I still have plenty, much more than I expected, of these two. I think I'm changing my mind. I was gonna do a stripe of the light yellow and then do a stripe of this and use this for the handles. I'm actually just gonna go right into the darker yellow. I just think keeping it simple is gonna be better. So yeah, I'm going to do one row all the way around, and then I'm going to start my row with the strap. So I'll let you know how I'm doing that. I haven't quite figured that out yet. So because the pattern naturally gets skewed as you go, and I'm just gonna do the straps where these stitch markers are, even though like theoretically it should be centered where the pattern is. So that like bothers me really, really badly. If anyone here has any tapestry crochet insight on stuff like this when it comes to like constructing something when you're working in the round, please let me know how to prevent something like this from happening. Either way, I'm just continuing on because there's no turning back now. But please let me know if you have any tapestry crochet tips. So I just kind of evenly spaced the stitch markers without counting because we know how I do that. So I'm going to crochet right into where I have the stitch marked. So I'm going to count my chains and just make a long chain for however long I want my strap. I did 60 chains, and then I'm just going to single crochet it into the stitch that has my other stitch marker. You just have to make sure your chain isn't twisted too. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna repeat the same thing when I get to the other side. So I crocheted back around. I have 2 straps now. Basically, here's the strap. I've single crocheted up until this point, and I'm just going to single crochet up and around the entire chain and back down to the other side. There, now you can kind of see what I'm doing, right? I finished. I'm just going to cut my end and pull it tight. I don't know if you can see that, but I didn't sew in my ends or trim them or anything. I'm gonna spare myself and you from that process, and I'll get around to it at some point, but you know how it works, sewing in ends. I don't have to show you that. Here is the bag. I mean, okay, we already know how I feel about it. I do really like it. As we know, there's things I would fix or change about it. I have to learn more about tapestry crochet in the round, and next time I do it, I'm sure it'll be better. But this yarn is so good for something like this because it keeps its structure really well. So it's a nice sturdy bag. Thank you again to Hobbii for sending me this yarn and, you know, letting me be part of this Here Comes the Sun challenge. And I hope that this bag and this video inspired you to add some sunshine to your life, that you feel inspired and creative. I didn't get around to using the bamboo yarn because one of my original project ideas was to make like smiley face coasters, and obviously I didn't end up doing that for this video, but I might do it for my next video because I still have enough yarn. Do we want some mug rugs? Do we want some coasters? I think that would be fun. Plus I really like working with this yarn, so I would love to do that. Anyways, thank you so much for being here and watching, and I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!